In the heart of the desolate New Mexican desert, a once quiet town became a crucible for enigmatic forces and clandestine agendas. The summer of 1947 forever changed Roswell as an unidentified flying object crashed from the heavens, shattering the tranquility and launching an enduring quest for the truth. Journey with us through the corridors of secrecy, where fragments of otherworldly debris and whispered testimonies lay hidden, as we unravel the veil of conspiracy and illuminate the mysteries that still haunt the legendary Roswell incident. In the annals of American UFO history, few incidents have captured the public imagination and generated as much fascination and speculation as the one that unfolded in Roswell, New Mexico. The events of the summer of 1947, at the dawn of the Cold War, continue to be a subject of intense interest, controversy, and conspiracy theories. This incident has not only left an indelible mark on Roswell's identity, but has also become an endearing symbol of the broader UFO phenomenon. Everything began with a startling press release issued by the U.S. Army Air Forces announcing the recovery of the flying disc from a ranch near Roswell. The mere mention of a recovered UFO immediately seized the attention of the public and the media. Headlines around the country blared with sensational stories, fueling speculation about extraterrestrial visitors and government cover-ups. Sometime between mid-June and early July 1947, a rancher by the name W. Mac Brazel discovered the wreckage on his vast property in Lincoln County, New Mexico, located around 75 miles north of Roswell. This discovery occurred in the midst of numerous reports and stories about flying discs and flying saucers that had already circulated in the national press during the summer. Brazel, familiar with these reports, suspected that the wreckage he found, consisting of rubber strips, tin foils, and thick paper, might be related to those accounts. He decided to bring some of the material to Sheriff George Wilcox in Roswell. Upon examining the debris, Sheriff Wilcox recognized the potential significance of the find and brought it to the attention of Colonel William Blanchard, the commanding officer of the Roswell Army Airfield. Recognizing the importance of the discovery, Blanchard authorized an official statement to be released by the RAF the following day. In that statement, the RAF acknowledged the existence of the wreckage and referred to it as a flying disc. The statement read, "The many rumors regarding the flying disc became a reality yesterday when the intelligence officer of the 509th Bomb Group of the 8th Air Force Roswell Army Airfield was fortunate enough to gain possession of a disc through the cooperation of one of the local ranchers and the Sheriff's Office of Chavez County." According to the official statement, Major Jesse Marcel, an intelligence officer, was appointed to lead the RAAF's investigation into the crash site and the recovered materials. Marcel's role was to assess the wreckage and determine its nature and origin. These facts about the Roswell crash represent the foundation upon which the subsequent controversy and speculation have been built. They form the basis of the widely known and debated incident that has become synonymous with Roswell and the UFO phenomenon. The government's changing narratives regarding the Roswell incident have been a source of controversy and speculation. Shortly after the initial announcement of a flying saucer crash, U.S. Army officials swiftly retracted their statement and claimed that the debris was in fact from a weather balloon. Photographs were released showing Major Jesse Marcel posing with pieces of what was said to be the weather balloon debris, in an attempt to support the new explanation. For decades, many UFO researchers remained skeptical of the government's revised account. In 1994, the U.S. Air Force released a report in which they admitted that the weather balloon explanation had been fabricated. According to this new explanation, the wreckage discovered near Roswell was attributed to Project Mogul, a classified project involving the use of high-altitude balloons equipped with microphones. These balloons were intended to float undetected over the Soviet Union, monitoring sound waves and potentially detecting the testing of atomic bombs by the Soviet government. The report suggested that the false weather balloon explanation was devised to protect the secrecy of Project Mogul and prevent the disclosure of classified information. In a subsequent report published in 1997, additional aspects of the Roswell incident were addressed. Eyewitness accounts of alien bodies recovered from the crash site were explained as misinterpretations of fallen parachute test dummies. These dummies were part of separate military experiments conducted in the area. According to Roger Launius, a historian and retired curator for the Division of Space History at the Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum, these two reports effectively address most of the lingering questions surrounding the Roswell incident. While he acknowledges that not every single question has been definitively answered, he believes that there are no significant gaps in the explanation provided. The government's decision to change the narrative about the Roswell incident has been attributed to concerns over national security and the need to protect classified information. Donald Schmitt, a UFO researcher with extensive experience investigating the Roswell incident, disagrees with this explanation. He argues that the initial flying saucer story would have attracted attention to the area, which was already home to sensitive military operations at the time. With the first atomic bomb detonation happening just a few hours away and ongoing atomic research and testing in the vicinity, he believes that intentionally generating publicity as a distraction would have been counterproductive to the interests of the War Department. Schmitt points out that Roswell was a significant location for military activities, including the headquarters of the 1st Atomic Bomb Squadron. Given the level of attention already focused on the area, he finds it unlikely that the government would have deliberately created a flamboyant cover story to divert attention away from classified operations. The controversy surrounding the government's changing narratives in the Roswell incident continues to fuel speculation and debate. While the 1994 and 1997 reports offered official explanations, there are still those who remain unconvinced and uphold alternative theories about the crash. The enduring fascination with Roswell stems from the lack of indisputable evidence and the persistent belief that there may be more to the story than the government has disclosed. One questionable theory surrounding the Roswell incident proposes that the crashed flying vehicle was not of extraterrestrial origin or the work of U.S. spies, but rather an unconventional plan devised by Soviet leader Joseph Stalin to induce panic in the United States. This theory, presented in the book Area 51, An Uncensored History of America's Top Secret Military Base, suggests that the Soviets, with the help of Nazi concentration camp doctor Josef Mengele, deformed adolescent children to resemble aliens. These children were then deployed in an aircraft to fly over New Mexico with the intention of causing widespread panic and overwhelming America's early warning radar system with sightings of other UFOs. According to this theory, the wreckage described by Jesse Marcel Jr., the son of the intelligence officer mentioned in the initial press report, could be explained by the presence of these deformed children. Marcel Jr. wrote in his book, The Roswell Legacy, that his father brought home some of the UFO wreckage, allowing him to handle the debated debris before taking it to his base. Marcel Jr. described the material as metallic with symbols resembling geometric shapes. The theory suggesting Soviet involvement in the use of deformed children as part of an elaborate plan to induce panic finds little support. Historian Roger Launius and UFO researcher Donald Schmitt both dismissed the theory as lacking evidence. Launius pointed out that there is no documentation in Soviet archives supporting the existence of such experiments, and if the intention was to generate panic, it clearly failed. The idea that young Jesse Marcel Jr. mistook Cyrillic alphabets for geometric symbols is also considered unlikely. Given the geopolitical climate of the time and the early stages of the Cold War, it is implausible an 11-year-old boy would have encountered or recognized Cyrillic alphabet, leading to the mistake interpretation of the symbols on the debris. In conclusion, the Roswell incident of 1947 remains a captivating chapter in American UFO history. The initial announcement of a flying disc crash, followed by the government's changing narratives and subsequent reports, has fueled speculation and controversy. While official explanations suggest the wreckage was from a weather balloon and parachute test dummies, alternative theories persist, including Soviet involvement. That's a wrap for today's video. Don't miss the latest updates on space exploration. Subscribe to our channel and click here to watch the next video.